Well, we're working on the Save America Act, which is going to secure up a lot of things, but secure up our voting. I think people would like to do it, and I think Democrats would too. When you go to voter ID and you ask Democrats, it's polling at 82% with Democrats. I'm not talking about Democrat politicians. I'm talking about Democrats.
Take a look here. Favorite photo ID to vote. 85% of white people favor it. 82% of Latino. 76% of black Americans favor it. So the bottom line is this. Voter ID is not controversial in this country. A photo ID to vote is not controversial in this country. It is not controversial by party, and it is not controversial by race. The vast majority of Americans agree with Nicki Minaj that, in fact, you should have a photo ID to be able to vote. We have to do something about our voting. We need strong borders. We need a fair press, which we don't have. And very importantly, we need the strong border, the fair press, and we need fair elections. We need elections where people aren't able to cheat. And we're going to do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to get it done. And by the way, it polls, even with Democrats, they want that.
SAVE Act will save American democracy by allowing for more accountability and election integrity. We need to, we had record-breaking, basically illegal immigrants flooding into the country under the Biden-Harris administration. And Trump is, trying to clean that up. But those people are already in the country, millions of people that can illegally vote in a lot of places that don't require voter identification. So this is a common sense solution in Congress right now. It's already passed through our House of Representatives by a vote of 220 to 208. It's in the Senate right now where it's been stalled because we have this thing called the filibuster. But the Democrats are insane. They're the ones calling Republicans a quote unquote threat to democracy every chance that they can get. And here you have it. Here's your opportunity, Democrats. Put your money where your mouth is. This is the way to secure our elections. It even allows citizens to sue government officials if they try to find loopholes around this law and try to still allow cheating in elections. The Democrats are fighting to try to get in power however they can. They don't care about our Constitution. They don't care about the rule of law. And they certainly don't care about having voting rights actually mean something, right? Voting rights don't mean anything if anybody can just go out and vote, whether you're a citizen or not. These are meant to be elections for American citizens deciding who's going to represent us, not people that flooded in under a previous administration, trying to take our country in a socialist direction. That's what the Democrats want.
On to other issues, Corey, here. I was amazed to see this, but like a bad smell, you just can't rid of her. If her social media is anything to go by, Kamala Harris is back. The former vice president campaign accounts have relaunched in an effort to appeal to young voters ahead of these midterms. Have a look at this.
So Kamala HQ is turning into headquarters, and it's where you can go online to get basically the latest of what's going on, and also to meet and revisit with some of our great, courageous leaders, be they elected leaders, community leaders, civic leaders, faith leaders, young leaders. I'm really excited about it. So stay engaged, and I'll see you out there.
Corey, I'm hoping that they've also got a recipe section with lots of tasty word salads on it. What do you reckon?
Yeah, that's all she has behind her. And look, Kamala Harris, where did she go? Like, nobody's heard of her since she lost the election. They spent, what, $1 billion trying to get her into office, couldn't drag her across the finish line. And you think she's going to be the person to mobilize the Gen Z vote? I don't know, maybe get a Gen Z voter to kind of spearhead this campaign. Kamala Harris isn't going to excite anybody. Looks like the Democrats haven't learned anything. She lost bigly in November. And so President Trump's probably happy that Kamala Harris is the face of their failing campaign going forward as well.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they're loving this in the White House right now. But what they're not loving right now, of course, is this ongoing situation in Minnesota. And I want to talk about Tom Homan, the White House border czar. He was sent into Minneapolis to lead the on-the-ground immigration enforcement efforts. And a lot of people have been saying Trump has backed down on this, but I actually reckon this is a big loss for the left, because Homan has revealed that they are now letting ICE agents into jails to do what they should have been doing before, which is stop illegals getting out of those jails where they've been arrested for other crimes. And this unprecedented cooperation is now finally happening. Have a look at this.
We currently have an unprecedented number of counties communicating with us now and allowing ICE to take custody of illegal aliens before they hit the streets. Unprecedented cooperation.
Corey, this is a win for common sense, but I would also say it is a blow to Tim Walz, who had been trying to turn this into almost a Fort Sumter, start of the Civil War 2.0 situation.
No, he was trying to put his big boy pants on and be a tough guy when he's trying to pivot away from his Tampon Tim moniker, but didn't really work for him, because as border czar Tom Homan pointed out, that they've basically conceded, they're backing off, because this is an issue that Trump won the voters with. Look, the mainstream media, the far left media in America, is largely to blame as well, because look, former presidents, the Democrats, they've deported people. Obama deported tons of people, and guess what? There wasn't a peep. You didn't have people complaining about it and crying about it. So again, this is just another way for the unions in the government school system to indoctrinate kids, which it's a total shame that you have this indoctrination brainwashing happening in New York City schools, schools in Washington State and elsewhere. They have anti-ICE propaganda posters all over the place. And it's really a good argument for why we should have school choice, so that you don't have so much propaganda and kids being used as political pawns in the Democrats' game to try to reclaim power.
Well, it's all about, between this and the migration, and the kids, it's all about trying to mint as many Democrat voters as possible.